Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Be Perfectly Blended. If you've been here before, thanks so much for coming back. And if this is your first time, thanks so much for clicking on. In today's video, I'm gonna go ahead and start by making breakfast for my family. And then once I'm done making breakfast, I'm gonna run to the grocery store to Winco and buy a few things. We're getting ready to run up to the mountains for a couple of days. And so I need to grab a few little things to bring up there. And then I'm going to come home, make dinner, which I'm going to make some fried chicken, jambalaya with shrimp and sausage. Going to be super good. And then finish my evening off by folding some laundry. Thanks so much for coming along with me. Here I'm just seasoning my breakfast potatoes with the same seasonings I typically use. My garlic and onion powder, salt and pepper, seasoning salt, and this new Memphis seasoning that I really like. Now I'm on to the pancakes. I put a lot of butter on the griddle here. And now I just let them cook up. Here I'm putting some butter in the skillet because I'm going to go ahead and scramble up some eggs. I add milk to my scrambled eggs. That's just the way I was taught. Leave a comment down below and let me know, do you add milk to your scrambled eggs? Here, the egg kind of popped up at me as I was cracking it into the bowl. Next, I'm going to go ahead and just add a little salt and pepper. That's typically all I use when I season my scrambled eggs. Well, breakfast is pretty much done. It smells so good. So I'm going to go ahead and plate up the food. And we're going to go ahead and eat breakfast. Now we're at Winco. Here I'm just grabbing a few things. I'm getting ready to go out of town up to the mountains, but this time it is with myself, my daughter, my son, my daughter-in-law, 2 grandkids, and my youngest. So we are getting ready to head up to the mountains. I will do a grocery haul in the next video showing us going up to the mountains. But this is the chicken, the halal chicken that I'm grabbing. I'm going to fry chicken one night. And then we're going to go out to dinner another night. And then another night, I'm just bringing up and reheating some chili, getting a few things for snacks, a couple things for lunch. And of course, a few things to make a big breakfast up at the cabin. I'm really looking forward to this trip. I'm actually taking my grandsons to a lake that my grandparents used to take me to, so it's kind of a full circle moment. Oop, don't forget the donuts. And so now I'm going to go ahead and check out and go home. And I'm just going to give you a brief overview of how I bake things up. So I have all my dry goods down here, my hamburger buns, bread, some snacks, sodas, things like that, potatoes, and of course my non-alcohol beer, some corn. But then what I do is I bake up everything that needs to be refrigerated together in bags, and then I put them in my refrigerator just like this so that I'll remember to pull everything out. So I have my corn, my bag in the back is full, my milk, and then this is for dinner that I'm going to get ready to start here in a moment, and a salad I'm bringing up for my daughter. For dinner tonight, I'm making jambalaya with sausage and shrimp, and then I'm making some cornbread, some fried chicken, and some fried corn. So the bowl that I just showed you has flour in it, and then these are all the seasonings that I put in the flour to bread my chicken. Here's my bag of chicken wings. I'm going to go ahead and wash and rinse those, and then I will pat my chicken wings dry. I'm washing my hands. I'm washing them thoroughly throughout the video as I'm touching the food because I'm not wearing gloves. Here, boom, I I detailed the shrimp. Don't we always wish it was that easy? Now I'm just cutting up the sausage, and I'm going to go ahead and put that in the skillet. Even though it's already cooked, I like to kind of give it that caramel, that little burnt effect, I guess. So I'm going to put that in the skillet, and then I'm going to go back and season my shrimp, and then I will add the shrimp as well. Now I'm seasoning the shrimp. I'm using a little bit of Slap Your Mama, and then some seasoning salt, and then my typical garlic powder, onion powder, along with one of my new favorites, which is this Nashville seasoning I got from a farmer's market. That's in a previous video. And then, of course, some Old Bay. In this bowl, I have the flour that I'm going to go ahead and bread my chicken in. So I'm using the exact same seasonings minus the Old Bay. And so I'm going to take my chicken and I'm going to season that as well. The same seasonings. I can be a little heavy-handed, so season to how you like it. I also do flip it. I do season both sides of my chicken. I tend to season both sides of any meat that I'm seasoning. Now I'm going to take each piece of chicken and I'm going to dredge it through the egg, and then I'm going to coat it in the flour. And I like to make sure it's really coated really, really nicely, all the skin and stuff. And once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and start to place the chicken into the pan with the hot oil. Do make sure your oil is hot, because otherwise if it's kind of just sitting in there, the chicken wings won't crisp up as well. So here's what it looks like. I try not to overcrowd, although this is a little tight fit. And then I will fry them on one side and then flip them over and fry them on the other side. There's my shrimp and sausage together, and my water is boiling now. So I'm going to go ahead. This is the jambalaya. I like to use Zatarain's. This sponge right there has bleach on it, and I keep that out whenever I'm dealing with chicken so that I can kind of wipe stuff off as I need to, and the bleach is already on there. Anyways, back to my rice. So here I'm just following the directions, got it boiling in the water with a little bit of oil. I don't add extra seasoning to Zatarain's. I feel like it's seasoned pretty well. And then once you put it to simmer, you add your meat of choice, which in this case is my shrimp and sausage. And I'm just going to let that simmer and go as the directions say, and come over here and flip my chicken. So if you've been watching me for a little while, I'm sure you can tell I use forks a lot as I cook. I am careful not to use one that I've used for raw meat for cooked meat, but I don't know why. I just tend to use the fork utensil a lot when I cook. Anyways, now I've added some butter to this skillet, and I am kind of what you call frying the corn. So I've got a lot of butter in the skillet, and when I drain the corn, you put the corn in, season it with some pepper, and just let it kind of fry, stirring it occasionally, and it'll kind of caramelize just a little bit. Now I'm just doing some Jiffy, really easy, following the directions, putting the oven on 400, and everything's looking good. The chicken is pretty much done, so I'm going to go ahead and take that off. I like to use a towel so that some of that grease, it can absorb some of that grease. A few pieces got a little bit crispy there, but hey, still was really, really good. Now that dinner is done, so good. I'm going to go ahead and plate up the food so we can eat. Well, dinner was very good. I am so full. This is what's left. My daughter's going to come by, so she'll be able to take that. Here's a few dishes in here, and I will get to that in a minute. But first, I'm going to go ahead and give the kitchen counters a quick wipe down. As I mentioned before, we are getting ready to go on a trip. So I had one load of laundry, you know, that last load you have to do, so that I could pack up. So here, I just thought I'd get that done real quick while I was already cleaning. That's one thing I've noticed as I've gotten older is when I'm going, it's like I can just keep going, go and go and go. But if I sit down or, you know, kind of relax too long, I really lose my motivation or become a little bit too tired. So that's why I was like, since I was already doing the kitchen, I might as well just come in and knock out this laundry real quick so that when I'm done, I'm all the way done. Of course, there's my one sock that's left, but I did find it down in the dryer. So now I'm going to go ahead and put my husband's socks and t-shirts and things away. And then a lot of the stuff that I folded for myself and my son are coming on our trip. So I went ahead and put those with our bags. I also washed his blanket here. This is the blanket he likes to take in the car, just, you know, in case he falls asleep. So now that my laundry is all done, I'm going to go ahead and close this video. Thanks so much for coming along with me. Please feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. Hope to see you in the next one when we go on our trip.